Welcome to the 2020-2021 Warrior Athletics Award Show. I'm Terry Donovan, Director of Athletics, and while this is year 2 in this virtual format, I'm excited that we can include the Central Valley community, relatives, and loved ones in our program tonight. 2020 is certainly a year in which no one will ever forget. If you were to tell me that in March of 2020 we would not have athletics competition for the next 18 months, I don't think I would have believed it. I wouldn't want to believe it. To say the least, the past year has been extremely difficult. I think of our seniors who graduated last year and the seniors who are graduating this year. No one would have ever guessed their collegiate athletics career would have gone this way. While some opportunities were lost, new successes were just unfolding. Even without athletics participation, which is a fabric of our lives, 2020 was a year of extraordinary Warrior achievement. Multiple team record GPAs, best cumulative student athlete GPA in school history, Dean's List honorees, coaches pivoting to lead an extraordinary professional growth series, a renewed awareness and commitment to social justice for all, uncomfortable conversations that led to unity and the eagerness to continue making a difference in the lives of others. While this pandemic transformed our everyday lives, it also allowed us to conduct self-reflection. We have the opportunity to improve ourselves and others that we care about. This is the spirit of a warrior and perseverance to be valley tough. As with everything we do, tonight's program is about all student athletes, you. We get one more chance to honor our 2021 outstanding student athletes. And to you student athletes, thank you for the way you represent our university and Central Valley community. My team and I are honored to serve you. We have a great program, so enjoy the show. Go Warriors!
Many Warriors were honored throughout the 2020-21 season at different levels for their academic achievements. Here's a summary of the accolades from this past year. Goals for Warrior Athletics is to compete and win championships on the field or on the court, but perhaps the most important goal is to provide academic opportunities for students. We want you to get your degrees and graduate. And now, we will recognize seniors who are graduating and are participating in commencement as Stan State graduates. Here is the Warrior Athletics graduating class of 2021.
The Academic Team Award recognizes a team with the highest combined grade point average out of all sports teams during this past year. This year's top 3 teams in the GPA standings in no particular order are men's golf, women's tennis, and women's volleyball. Since the inception of this award, this team has earned this honor 4 previous times. For the 2nd consecutive year, this year's Academic Team Award goes to women's tennis. Congratulations.
The Scholar Athletes of the Year are presented to student athletes with the highest grade point averages. They are either in their final semester of eligibility or they've just completed their eligibility. The finalists for the Female Scholar Athlete of the Year are Kerrigan Cook, women's tennis; Kayla Nguyen, women's tennis; Alicia Wu, women's track and field. This year's Female Scholar Athlete of the Year has a perfect 4.0 GPA as a psychology major. She is her team's first recipient of the award since 2012. From women's tennis, the Female Scholar Athlete of the Year is Kerrigan Cook. And now for the award for the Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. The finalists are Luke Hall, men's golf; Caleb Coe, men's cross country and track and field; Leonardo Roa, men's track and field. This year's Male Scholar Athlete of the Year has a 3.94 GPA as a mathematics major. He is his sport's first recipient of this award since 2017. From men's golf, the Male Scholar Athlete of the Year is Luke Hall.
Our student athletes continue to put in thousands of community service hours each year. As Warriors, you care about the people around you. Despite your busy schedules with academics and athletics, you gave back to your community. The Community Engagement Award is presented to a team which represented Warrior athletics with spirit and excellence in our community by participating in activities and special events, volunteering at charity events, and providing community service while promoting Stanislaus State athletics. This past year, during the pandemic, nearly all the community engagement activities were conducted virtually or are related to the COVID-19 health crisis. Once again, many teams were nominated for this award and considered for this award. The administrative staff discussed this at length and selected women's soccer, volleyball, and men's basketball as our top 3 teams. This year's Community Engagement Award, as voted by the staff unanimously, goes to women's soccer. The women's soccer team was very involved this past year, both in person and virtually. The Warriors volunteered in person with Stanislaus County, Love Modesto, and the Latino COVID-19 Coalition to put together COVID-19 kits that went to underserved communities. They were extremely active in a virtual Get Out the Vote campaign as they posted regular PSAs on social media regarding how to register to vote and why they vote. The women's soccer team also engaged in a Mask Up social media campaign in both English and Spanish. These Warriors also engaged in the bilingual community by expanding their team motto, More Than a Team, to Más que un equipo, as well as read bilingual books during Reading with the Warriors. All of the team's outreach campaigns were both in English and Spanish. Another virtual programming included Meet the Warriors Instagram live show, where they conducted interviews with a variety of current and former Warriors. On March 15th, coaches and players ran 2.22 miles to participate in Running for Hearst to support Sonoma State women's soccer player Courtney Shota after her heart attack.
On behalf of the entire women's soccer team, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to win this award. It really means a lot to us because community engagement is something that is important to our program and to our entire athletic department. This award is especially meaningful given the fact that everyone in our department works so hard to make an impact in the community. We're constantly inspired by teams like our volleyball team and our men's basketball team and many others who do such great work in our community. So thank you so much for this recognition. We appreciate it, and go Warriors.
Congratulations to the women's soccer team, our Community Engagement Award winner for 2020-2021.
A new award was created this year as a result of us conducting so many of our activities and meetings virtually. We are recognizing Warriors who are most actively involved in promoting campus pride on social media, providing his or her time for various marketing and fundraising messaging, and who regularly attended team and departmental meetings. The finalists for virtual Most Valuable Female Athlete are Chelsea Berry from volleyball, Kiana Davis from basketball, Carly Efsa from track and field. Our virtual Most Valuable Female Athlete was always a fun, energetic, positive presence on various social media sites. She was actively involved during team meetings and not afraid to take the lead on team discussions. She took over the Go Stan State Instagram account to show everyone a day in her life as a student athlete in quarantine. She was an ASI homecoming queen candidate and took part in a number of virtual activities to promote Warrior athletics and SAC. She also provided a voice with a message during the recent scholarship crowdfunding campaign. This Warrior was also a part of the team that won a CCAA conference-wide virtual trivia tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, our virtual female MVP is Chelsea Berry from volleyball. And now the finalists for the virtual Most Valuable Male Athlete are Julian Johnson from track and field, Isaac McCrimmon from track and field, Jack Montijano from men's soccer. Our virtual Most Valuable Male Athlete set the bar high as the first to spend a day on Instagram, showing us a day in the life of a student athlete in quarantine. He also remained actively involved on social media as well as regularly attended team and departmental virtual functions. He took part in the NCAA Diversity and Inclusion Together We Rise campaign and continues to be a voice representing the men's soccer team. Congratulations to Jack Montijano from men's soccer, the virtual Most Valuable Male Athlete.
Each year, the CCAA recognizes 2 student athletes from each institution who have distinguished themselves in the classroom, the community, and in their sport. Recipients are selected by the entire athletic staff. The award is named after the late Dr. Hal Tarnowski, a longtime faculty athletic representative from Cal State Dominguez Hills, who unfortunately passed away in 2003. This year's Stanislaus State winners are 2 student athletes who go above and beyond and are actively involved in various departments and SAC activities. They contributed in social media campaigns and messages and were also present in many virtual activities. They are both outstanding students and they both contribute to their sport program success. Please join me in congratulating this year's CCAA Hal Tarnowski Memorial Award winners, Kiara Irving from women's volleyball and Luis Salgado from men's basketball. Go Warriors.
One of the new awards this year is the Social Justice Team Award, to be presented to a team which actively promoted, advocated for, and took action in support of social justice. One team most definitely stood out for its efforts throughout this past year. The women's soccer team was extremely active, using their platform, celebrating, emphasizing, and promoting equality and social justice. They engaged in campaigns regarding Juneteenth, Dia de la Independencia, trans freedom, Pride Month, women's rights, Black Lives Matter, Indigenous Peoples Day, the Women's March, Latina Equal Pay Day, Native American Heritage Month, Transgender Day of Remembrance, Stop AAPI Hate, Cesar Chavez Day, Black History Month, Women's History Month, and more. As part of their weekly Reading with the Warriors programming on Facebook Live, the Warriors read children's books that emphasized equality and diversity. Themes included Japanese internment, Title IX, same-sex marriage, autism, historically significant Latinos, as well as books celebrating racially and ethnically diverse characters. Other involvements by the women's soccer team included Scholars Strike for Social Justice and an interview with Joel Stallworth regarding his experience with racial profiling against Nike that made national news. These Warriors created a social justice group with projects to create awareness for Black History Month and hate crimes against the Asian Pacific Islanders community. Through it all, the women's soccer team was very visible on social media and all platforms in helping create awareness for social justice with actions and not just posted statements.
We are honored to be the first recipients of the Social Justice Team Award. Thank you so much to the selection committee for this meaningful recognition. It will inspire us to keep using our platform for change, to keep learning, listening, and taking action. On behalf of our team, which is full of allies and activists, I want to say Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, love is love, no one is illegal, and misma pasión, same passion. Thank you.
We are very proud of head coach Gabriel Bolton and the women's soccer team, our Social Justice Team Award winner. Congratulations.
We will now present a new award in recognition of warriors who actively promoted, advocated, and took action in support of social justice and equality this past year. There are a number of warriors who were highly involved, and the administrative staff ultimately decided on these two honorees. The female athlete to receive the Social Justice Award is Jasmine Thompson from women's soccer. Jasmine is the co-creator and co-host of the popular Reading with the Warriors program, which has been viewed over 5,000 times. Throughout the fall and spring semesters, Jasmine and her women's soccer teammates have been reading children's books that emphasize diversity, equality, and inclusion. These books have powerful messages and feature characters with diverse backgrounds. Jasmine is involved in the hosting, the reading, and the selection of the books they read. Jasmine also co-chairs the team's social justice group, in charge of guiding team discussion and implementing its social justice action plan. As a part of Black History Month, Jasmine organized a team project that involved creating original memes on social media of lesser known African Americans who have made important contributions to the culture and society. Jasmine identifies as Asian American Pacific Islander and has been a passionate advocate on the team for change. She was part of the team's roundtable discussion on this topic. Congratulations to Jasmine Thompson from women's soccer, our Social Justice Warrior recipient. And now the male athlete to receive the Social Justice Warrior Award is Isaac McCrimmon, men's track and field. As an intern with the Warrior Cross Cultural Center, Isaac worked specifically with the Male Success Initiative. He founded Barbershop Talks on our campus, where it provided minority males a free space to discuss social issues involving race and racism. Last year, as a member of the Stan State Black Student Union, Isaac attended the CSU Young Males of Color Forum at the California Endowment Center in Los Angeles. Isaac has been actively using his voice and engaged in dialogue that leads to action on various outlets and social media sites. Congratulations to Isaac from men's track and field, our Social Justice Warrior recipient.
Our last award is the inaugural Warrior Leadership Award. This award is being presented to an individual student athlete who exemplifies the true heart and soul of a warrior. This warrior is an ultimate leader in every aspect of being a Stan State student athlete. The recipient demonstrated leadership skills among his or her team while promoting community service, campus pride, team unity, sportsmanship, and is a positive role model. Here are the finalists for the Warrior Leadership Award. Anissa Seychow from women's soccer, Carly Efsef from women's track and field, Kiara Irving from volleyball. Nominated by her head coach, our recipient rose to the top by exhibiting leadership skills amongst her teammates. She persisted as a team leader despite battling through many injuries. Said head coach Gabe Bolton, "There has never been a student athlete in our women's soccer program who has exemplified leadership more than Anissa. Her impact on our team will be felt for years to come." Anissa stepped forward as a vocal leader for social justice on the women's soccer team and co-authored the team statement. She helped develop the team's social justice action plan and co-chaired the team's newly created social justice group. Among many of the team activities, Anissa led the team in volunteering with Love Modesto, creating kits for the Latinx COVID-19 Coalition, and co-created the Reading with the Warriors program. Anissa conducted a powerful interview with Warrior Track Hall of Famer Joel Stallworth, whose Los Angeles shop was looted during the protests. His perspective became a national story. Our Leadership Award recipient was a co-captain on the team and serves on the ASI Board of Directors for Athletics. Congratulations to Anissa Seychow, our 2021 Warrior Athletics Leadership Award winner.
Good evening, Warriors. I am so proud to honor and celebrate each of you and recognize your accomplishments. Although the COVID-19 pandemic prevented you from competing on playing fields and courts this academic year, you did not let those disruptions affect your focus. Like the true warriors you are, you continued and pushed forward in remarkable fashion. You channeled your passion and energy towards efforts that uplifted our community and our neighbors. Some examples include: you wrote inspirational letters to hospitalized children, encouraging them to stay strong and be brave. You promoted the importance of literacy by reading stories virtually to elementary school students. You put together COVID-19 supply kits that were distributed to underserved communities throughout Stanislaus County. And many of you also used your voices to elevate and empower discussions around social justice. You participated in virtual discussion panels that addressed the rise in hate crimes against Asians, brutality towards African Americans, targeting of immigrants, and other issues. Furthermore, many of you managed to successfully juggle your obligations as student athletes with academics and jobs. In fact, athletics finished the academic year with an overall department grade point average of 3.275. Bravo for a job well done. Our student athletes are a great source of campus pride for all of us here at Stan State, and I commend you for maintaining your dedication throughout these unprecedented times. I'm confident that when the time comes to return to our new normal, you will emerge fortified and more resilient. Why? Because you personify what it means to be warrior strong. And to those of you who are graduating, thank you for your commitment and dedication to Stan State. I know great things await you as you start the next phase of your life's journey. Congratulations, you are all winners in my book, and go Warriors!